on time, so I will be quick through the. For mobility, yes, you all have been using our devices. We are the largest player in the mobility space. But what I wanted to speak out here is that it's not just about the devices. What Samsung is doing is enabling this entire mobile governance using solutions and services. And I'm going to touch upon that quickly. If you look at today, Samsung is known more as a global leader in consumer electronics. But what we are doing basically is a presence which is all across the globe. We are one of the largest spenders on R&D. We spend close to about 9% of our turnover on R&D, which basically means we invest more than about $10 billion in R&D. It's because of that investment that you see these cutting-edge products that we bring to you month on month. Month on month, you see new products that are being launched, and what we are doing along with that is adding a lot of solutions and services. Just to give you an example, we are one of the very few companies and probably the only company which can provide support in every single PIN code of India. That's the kind of support that we are providing in India. If you look at it in terms of the brand value, we are one of the fastest growing brands. We were number 8 last year. This year we have been ranked as number 7th, and that has been again because of the kind of new products that we have been generating and the kind of solutions and services we are generating. Because of this R&D investment, India being such an important market for us, there is a huge R&D presence in India. So we have got a whole lot of people operating out of Bangalore, which is our mobility R&D center. Out of that, we develop solutions which we are able to cater to the government especially very well. So we had requirements where I was speaking to a gentleman, I was saying the requirement was that the government wanted the network that they had set up the devices to hook up only to that network and not other operator. We were able to make that change. But the important point is that once we change the binary or the software on the phone, the most important part is that the support and services around it. So when a customer, a defense personnel carries a phone to the service center, then the service center should be able to recognize that it's a defense phone and hence it needs a separate software to go on it. So that's the kind of support and mechanisms that we have put in. If you look at, I don't need to talk about it, mobility is something that we have transformed big way, and if you look at, this is the entire portfolio that we have by which we are transforming the mobility piece. The consumers were using it earlier. Now what we are doing is we are taking this to the enterprise. So enterprise customers where they need a whole lot of security, a whole lot of privacy, that's what we are transforming. And the products are completely highly secured, highly robust, highly reliable, with a lot of support mechanisms available, with a lot of interfaces available, with a lot of devices like biometrics. We have been, since morning, we have heard about a whole lot of Aadhaar being done and a whole lot of biometrics coming into the play, a whole lot of on-the-time connectivity, on the fly, and we are going to touch upon that and bringing a new business experience to the customers all over, including governance. If you look at, in terms of coming to mGovernance especially, we are using SMS and voice services, which all of us are aware. We all see, I don't know how many of you follow Mr. Narendra Modi. If you follow him, you see all kinds of tweets that are happening, and he's continuously updating us as to what's happening. That's a platform that he's using, and in fact, ever since the new government has come in, there's a lot of emails also that we have started getting on the progress and the projects that are being driven. So these are some of the examples of how this SMS and voice services are being used. If you look at government-centric services, so we have effective government program implementation, staff services. So give you an example, city traffic police uses Samsung devices to track offenders. So these are live cases. These are cases which have been implemented, where one of the leading states is using this and a database is being maintained to the extent that if there is a repeat offender, the kind of fines that have to be levied, they are varied and they can be implemented. I'll just quickly take you through a couple of videos. This is a small video which shows us. Can I have the video, please?
India's rapid urbanization is throwing up new challenges every day. One such challenge is that of waste management. Although cities have invested a lot in providing garbage collection and retrieval infrastructure, overflowing bins, garbage not being collected regularly, or litter strewn around are also a common sight. This not only reflects poorly on the image of the city, but also poses acute health risks. Using Samsung's waste management program, civic bodies can easily enhance the efficiency and effectiveness of garbage collection. Each municipal council has a fleet of trucks that collects garbage from different locations in the city. The drivers of these trucks are equipped with this solution over Samsung mobile phones. The geo-tagged e-bin solution gets activated once the driver is within a certain radius of the designated location. It clicks before and after time-stamped pictures of cleaning the location, which are then automatically uploaded to a central server. A dashboard collates the information sent from various locations and provides a snapshot of the cleanliness status of the entire city. The Samsung Waste Management Program, in a unique way, combines the advantages of real-time monitoring, tracking status, and assigning accountability. It ensures that the civic bodies are able to optimally make use of its resources while providing the quality of life the citizens deserve. This efficient waste management program, powered by Samsung, is a promise of Swachh Bharat. India's rapid urbanization is throwing up new challenges every day.
So these are kind of stuff that we're doing, and this is already happening. So this is something which is, when I speak to colleagues or friends, they say, is it happening in India? Yes, this is very much happening in India, and Samsung has been leading the pack in making sure that some of these solutions are being implemented. So coming to the citizen-centric services, and then if you look at, I have a couple of more examples, and I'll quickly take you through those videos, so not taking too much of time on talking. The videos will make sure that you understand as to how the technology is being implemented.
India's public distribution system, the largest distribution system of its kind in the world, delivering food grains to the poor at highly subsidized prices across the country, brings along its own set of issues. Eligible beneficiaries not getting their rightful share of the essential commodities, or not getting them at a fair price. Hoarding and pilferage are usually considered to be some of the reasons behind such issues. Samsung PDS solution can ensure that the leakages at the beneficiary level are eliminated, leading to an efficient overall system. The Fair Price Shop will have a Samsung tab running the pre-installed mobile point-of-sale FPS solution, along with a biometric scanner, barcode scanner and a printer. A combination of Ration card and Aadhaar card is used to identify a beneficiary. UIDAI database is used to authenticate the biometrics. The barcode on an authenticated beneficiary's Ration card is scanned for details, and Ration as per eligibility is issued. A bill is generated for the beneficiary, and inventory records at the shop level are updated. This solution can be centrally managed using a comprehensive server-side application. The convenient plug-and-play solution for the Fair Price Shops is even future-ready to integrate direct benefit transfer of cash subsidies to beneficiary accounts. And above all, the solution provides an easy and transparent mode of transaction, both for the citizens and the government. All thanks to Samsung's PDS solution.
I'll have one last video. We'll have the one last video, please.
A large number of people in India lack access to mainstream financial services, which results in impeding India's economic growth. Recognizing the need to accelerate development through financial inclusion, the Pradhan Mantri Jan Dhan Yojana promises to bring the underserved population within the ambit of formal banking. For making financial inclusion a success, it is imperative to provide access to financial services through innovative channels that permit citizens to transact in a secure environment at an affordable cost. Samsung's Micro ATM solution for financial inclusion delivers an effective answer. Business correspondents of banks can now complete all the account opening formalities using the financial inclusion solution at the customer's doorstep right from their Samsung tabs by following a simple process. Choose account type to be opened, take photograph, fill personal details, upload Aadhaar card details, scan fingerprints, authenticate details with eINDIA server, fulfill KYC norms, and open an account instantly using their Samsung tabs. Account holders use the smart cards provided to them to operate their accounts. A combination of smart card and fingerprint will be used to authenticate any deposit or withdrawal transaction. Once the transaction has been authenticated by eINDIA and completed, the micro ATM solution in the Samsung tab will play back the details in the preferred language of the customer. Samsung's cost-effective solution can help in realizing financial inclusion and improving people's lives by extending the reach of financial services to the unbanked in an accessible and a secure way.
We have been actually at the forefront of making sure that this is implemented and implemented very successfully. Now, if you look at here, this is one slide which is very important here. Yes, security is of paramount importance, and Samsung's Knox, if you look at the Android platform that Samsung provides, is not the normal Android. It's far more secure, and we are one of the very few companies. So this is being used by Department of Defense in US. So that's a level of security which is there. Last but not the least, multiple levels of engagements that Samsung is doing across various sets of customers with the entire solution sets that we have. While I'm talking about mobility governance, large format display, video walls, those are kind of products and solutions that we are leading the pack with. And since I've already heard the bell, thank you so much for listening to